Well, this week we're going to be focusing on finance, and I've just finished a really good discussion with Justine Back from Back to Back Financial Planners. The thing that's come out of it is money is all about relationships. It's a relationship you have with your money. It's a relationship that you have with your partner and other people. I think you'll find it really interesting what she has to say. What are some of the sort of the key things that people should be thinking about? This is about getting people to just giving them some triggers.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier, and thinking that saying, and I know it is an AMP one, but the owning your tomorrow. I was thinking about that and thinking it's kind of like you need to take responsibility. You know, instead of kind of putting it off, or it's too hard, or I don't know where to begin. First of all, you've got to kind of take responsibility and think, well, if I own my tomorrow, in other words, if I work out where I want to be 5 years, 1 year, 10 years down the track, and I actually have a picture of that in my mind, that's step number one. Because then I go, okay, well, that's where I'd really like to end up. And then you kind of work back from there and actually then have a really good look at where you're sitting right now. And then start to determine, well, what are the roadblocks for me to get to where I want to go? And what are the things that I financially need to address? And literally breaking it down and starting to deal with it in pieces, rather than just thinking in big terms. It's all just too hard, and it's just easier to just ignore it, and hopefully the magic fairy will come along and it'll get sorted
It'll
somehow.
save me.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have that mentality.
Yes. Yeah.
It's interesting. I think when something is all a bit too hard and challenges you, it's a bit like that great old saying, how do you eat an elephant?
Yeah.
You know, it's one bite at a time.
Yeah, yes.
It's really about sort of taking it down and just looking at and breaking it down into bits. And then you go, okay, I get it and I understand.
And then setting some realistic goals.
Yeah.
No point saying you're going to wipe $50,000 off the mortgage if you know that your surplus cash at the end of the year is $20,000. You know, set some realistic goals, some achievable goals. Saving is a learned thing. You don't become good at it overnight. If you've never done it and you've never been good at it, then you know, chances are you're not going to turn into an expert overnight about it. So then chunk it down, set some achievable goals. And I actually like the idea of just rewarding yourself with little bits. You know, it might be you take your husband to the movies. You know, if we can wipe this much debt off in 3 months' time, let's just have a little treat. So I think, you know, marketing your diary, we had to have hit that number by 3 months' time, and then set a little treat. It doesn't have to be expensive. Could be, you know, some little thing. But I think reward yourself. Don't make it all really hard and gruesome. Make it actually the challenge, but also put some rewards in there as well.
I think that's so important, because that's actually a very sort of similar philosophy for people losing weight.
Yeah.
That, you know, it's like, well, this is, you know, we've got goals, make it realistic. Don't think that you're going to lose a lot of weight in a short amount of time. And at the end, but have those little times where you just give yourself a treat. Because I think it's sort of human nature
absolutely.
that you need to sort of pat yourself on the back when you've done something worthwhile.
We've all got the inner child. It's exactly how you deal with children. We're not too different, I don't think.
No, that's right. Well, maybe we never grow up.
That's right.
That's great.